If I could tell somebody what trafficking really looked like in Madison, it would be a drug addict girl waking up in a hotel room every morning, getting on her phone and texting guys to find a client, and then giving all of her money to the drug dealer right next door. That's what trafficking looks like. All the hotels in Madison, there's escorts in them. There's also drugs in them. In parks, I've seen countless clients in the middle of a park. There was no day off. There was no holiday off. It was every day, all day long, 24/7. It's hell. That's what it is. It's hell. It's living in hell on earth in Madison. It's uncomfortable and it's degrading. It's things that you don't want to do. The client base that I had experience with, most of them were productive members of society. They had jobs, they had families, they go to church on Sunday. You know, it could be the guy standing right next to you and you have no idea. It could be your mailman. It's literally everywhere. I didn't have a home anymore. The only income I had was my clients. I barely had a car, I was barely running, sleeping in and out of hotels. I didn't have any family to go back to because we had cut them all out because of our using. I didn't have anything, so I didn't have anywhere to go. No sanctuary to go back to.
Most people have no idea that human trafficking is going on in a city like Madison. The detectives have told us that they don't have the resources that they need, the funding that they need. They don't have a specific task force that works directly with human trafficking in Madison, so they are stretched. They work with Project Respect. Project Respect is a huge help to them, but they also are underfunded, don't have the resources that they need. So they really are looking to the community to step up. First of all, to become aware that this is going on here, and then to say, how can we help? One of the main things that they all talk about is housing. There is a lack of housing, long-term housing, that will take these women in. Our vision with Zeteo Community Homes is to provide long-term housing for women rescued from sexual exploitation.
I think it's very important to create housing for women, especially a place that they can take their children to. If women had a safe place to go, then they would be more likely to succeed, especially with their kids.
Our goal is to have a space just outside of Madison where there can be a safe, spacious, and rural setting in order to have a peaceful environment, a safe environment, and a place where they can enjoy the great outdoors and where the Christian community can come and gather and love these women and their children if they have them. And so that they can also receive various therapies like gardening, art, taking care of animals, and enjoy maybe a childhood that they never got to have.
Our vision is that the faith community would see this as an opportunity that God is actually inviting us into to reach out and serve these women. We believe these survivors and their children deserve the opportunity to be restored to dignity and purpose. We want to empower them to be able to make their own choices in a safe and nurturing environment.
As we read the Gospels especially, we get to see after a while Jesus' ethics and his values, and that they were so, in many ways, opposite of ours. And he heard the cries of the desperate, and he sometimes ignored everyone to reach one desperate person who cried out in desperation. We can't solve all the world's problems, but we can do one thing. We can reach one person with kindness, with help, and it does affect everything eventually.